What's going on, YouTube? CBH here, Christian Van Hoose for Ultra Reality Games. I'm here with my friend
Matt Segura. How are you?
Yep, we are about to play a match of Kaijudo, a pretty not super typical match in the meta, and go over our plays and our thoughts as we're doing it. Hopefully we can make this a running series. I might have more on my own YouTube channel. You can see the link in the description below. And if you like it, of course, leave a comment and let us know so we can do more of these for ARG.
Sure. I am playing Red Corrupted, known as Fire, Nature, Water Corrupteds.
Yes, and I am playing Bant Megabug Tempo, aka, typical light water nature.
With some saucy things every now and then.
I should also mention I run like a small enforcer line too. A couple Krakens and line of Vita Prime.
Yep.
Pretty standard list besides that though.
I heard that card kills my deck.
It might kill your deck. It is a level 5, so it gets around Seneschal, Choten's Lieutenant.
Correct.
And no fire, no spicy fire to fast attack. I know that's semi-popular right now. People are doing that.
We are here for consistency, so we will see how we do.
Yep.
And we will be doing just five rounds, and we'll go over a lot of strategic and analysis throughout our games.
Yeah, playing a full 5 games no matter what happens.
Right. We'll try to see to what happens and go to next.
And make sure you talk loud because I don't know how loud this microphone actually is. So.
All right.
Also a thing. Getting out the dice.
The all knuckle bones. Get into a 7.
7.
Ooh.
8. 5.
I will be on the play.
Are you sure you don't want to be on the draw?
I don't think this deck performs well on the draw.
There are 2 aggressive decks here.
Christian is kind of audible for being on the play or draw.
Not with this deck. If you get me with like a Kalima control, we might be talking if I open up with the stones.
Alright. That may be another thing for our next video.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so my hand is pretty much full of gas, and we got a lot of action. It's pretty good.
I guess I'll tell him. I'm pretty happy with this opening. This in case you don't see. We got like a solid play to work to. Nothing besides that. Obviously, Kaijudo is fine because you can just put other cards in mana, so I'm not too worried about it. It should develop into something good.
Alright, I'm obviously going to put in the play. I'll play Blaster.
Draw. Go ahead and put Rusalka down.
Alright.
That being the card we just drew, of course. Still pretty happy with the hand. A couple different options depending on how Segura opened.
My hand is not the greatest, but I think because we're on the play, we are allowed to do this. I will play a creature in a second.
Right. And we got pretty lucky here because I'm running the build with a couple enforcers, so hopefully this should give me at least a turn or 2. Here you go.
Indeed, buys you some time. Alright, so...
Don't want to get beat down because I am running very few shield blasts.
Alright, so our hand is full of spicy things, but I don't think we're going to get there this game because his enforcer is pretty scary. But we're going to hold on to this spicy number just in case we see a Blinder Beetle Prime come out. So I'm going to play I'll play the Blitz Infestor.
Draw a card. This is what we're looking at now. So I think for mana we're gonna like put this guy down. Well, actually, can't do that. Yeah, this is an awkward play, but I think we have to put the Hive Queen down for the nature mana, giving him the read that we either have multiple Hive Queens or no other nature cards. Summoning Manatick. Top 4. We got a pretty savage layer. We got a Humonculon, so we're gonna take that and rearrange the bottom cards.
Because the deck can eventually go into the bottom. It's relevant.
Here you go.
Alright. Alright, we got some juice over here. That's pretty good. We will return that.
Alright, so he's bouncing guys. My guys are small.
We're getting in there.
Oathsworn Call would be pretty savage right now. Did not get quite there.
I heard playing Lyra for free is pretty good.
Yes. Lyra, Finbarr, Humonculon. So I definitely already got the Humonculon too. Alright, so you have 1 in hand?
I have 1 card in hand.
And I have 1 billion. 8.
I like that. You can't play all of them on 4. That's why I like this deck.
That's true.
Forcing you to trade with one of my guys.
Yeah, and I think I have to trade with the Blitz Commando. There's no other real thing to do here. I have 2 options here that are okay. I have this option, or I have this option. I think I want to do this option just so I have something to go into this card with on the following turn. So I think that's going to be the play. As far as mana goes, I don't think we need Rusalka right now. So we're just going to put that down. Rain-Cloud and Ambush Scorpion, getting some power on the board, popping with Blitz Commando so things don't kill me next turn. Here you go.
Alright, so we drew this card a little bit too late. I don't think there's
Show them the card, they don't know what it is.
I don't think it's really important to play it in mana or play it at all, because since we don't have green. So I think the play is just to slam down another Rusalka.
Oh,
and
things are happening, guys.
get in for some Kaiju booty.
Alright, if I get no Oathsworn at any time, I could just easily win the game.
Yeah.
Still not quite there.
We will pass the turn.
Drawing a card.
So we don't get Blinder Beetle Prime, because I'm pretty sure he has one off of his 9 cards in hand or something.
Yeah, what is it? That's a good call. I do have 9 in hand.
Ooh.
Good reads.
I am good at counting.
That is still debatable. Alright, so he has 1 card in hand, something green, more than likely. So maybe it's not going to come at me next turn. Just want to put things on the board that help me live. To that effect, I'll put down a Finbarr,
That's a saucy one.
summon a Kraken and a Silvered Horned, and kill the corrupted guy. And probably lose my last shield, if not just lose the game. Okay.
Okay, so we need a juicy out over here, which we do not get. But we do get a bad apple, so we can play a turnip. It's quite tricky. And we'll pass the turn.
Alright. So now I think we're on a pretty good path here. I summoned 2 Enforcers last turn. I'm going to put Ambush Scorpion in mana.
Which was the wrong play. I should have just attacked and broke the last shield. Because if you do have the Blinder Beetle Prime, my guys are essentially dead.
I do have the Blind Beetle Prime.
Alright, so that was the wrong play.
Alright, so I'm going to tap Rusalka.
It's okay to make
Rusalka.
mistakes. And triggered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm staring down 1 Turnip with 1 Kraken and a pretty big field, so I'm okay with this. Here you go.
If I drew now.
I only run 2 blockers in the deck, but it's kind of nice to see one in this matchup. Alright, so you drew a Sprout, that's pretty dead.
Yeah, we're looking slowly. We're kind of inching our way to death. So I think we just pass turn and hope for the best in our shields.
Alright, draw a card.
This being the point of the game where we don't really stabilize, we just kind of die.
I'm just telling Matt this because he already knows. I have a lot of things in my hand to deal with creatures that he could potentially summon, and if I let him pass, if I pass to him, he can only effectively summon 1 creature a turn. So I think I just build up a little bit. I don't want to get too greedy here, but I do also... I don't want to get into like Warbringer mana, but I also want to not just break 2 shields or 3 shields and lose the game on the crackback to removal and Blitz Commando. So I think that's going to be what we're going to do. How do I want to do this? I'm just going to summon Manapod Beetle and Sword Horned and cast.
Alright, so we can't play this card for one of the more relevant reasons. And it wouldn't really do much in this matchup. It will die to Hive Queen if he has it in hand.
I didn't see the card.
And we also know that he got Humonculon off of his first mana take. So his card isn't all that good. So we will pass the turn again.
Alright, drawing a card. At this point, you got to take into consideration what your opponent's running. Like he has 1 Tornado Flame mana and no other Shield Blasts that I've seen, and he only runs 2 Tornado Flames and 3 Sprouts as Shield Blasts because we know each other's decks for this match. So I'm just gonna put the Humonculon down, summon a raw Lyra. I don't think I can lose the game this turn and pass because I don't think I can actually lose with 2 Double Breakers and only 1 Tornado Flame.
All right, so we draw a multi-sid. So I'm just gonna play Warbringer Poseidon down in mana and play my bad apple.
All right.
So my guy has gets his trigger, so we'll just get some
Yeah,
moral victories.
yeah,
in.
I'll just block.
Alright, and we'll pass the turn.
So now, even if something does happen and we have to go south, then that apple's just gonna die.
Correct, because we are essentially dead on board, from my knowledge, but Christian does not know that, so I believe
I can sense it.
I believe we're just gonna scoop it up and go to game 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna summon Finbarr and just go in to my
so
giant board of guys.
was its last shield relevant? If if I attacked it twice, okay.
I mean, it was gonna give me the prime if I didn't already have it.
Yeah, but
You'd still have the turn though.
I feel like some guy will to get rid of your blockers. So
Yeah, I don't think you would have necessarily won if you had made that right play because I was able to keep the shield the entire time.
I mean, but like I sort of attacked with 2 Rusalkas to get in for that last shield.
Oh, you would have gotten the last shield, yeah, but after
Yeah.
that you weren't able to get in for it. So
Right, but I'm assuming that you didn't have another blocker or an Oathsworn Call, so
Yeah.
I just drew like a Rusalka or Finbarr. The game was over. Or even a fast attack guy.
should we cut out the time between games?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
We'll see him for game 2 in a minute. Alright, so we're back for game 2. Matt Segura is going to be
On the play.
on the draw. Definitely on the play. Trying to rush me before I am able to win.
We were close.
Clearly.
Alright, so we got some Cryptids going on. Which I
You can
like.
show the hand if you want.
Alright. We got some Cryptid guys going on. We're probably never going to play this guy in this matchup because he's a lot of mana, and we're trying to just tempo him out with our hand. So we'll see how it goes.
Couldn't really be too much happier with my hand in this matchup. It's lacking some things across the board, I guess. But in this particular matchup, I couldn't really ask for a better hand. So.
Alright, so I'm just going to play Warbringer Poseidon and pass turn.
Alright. I think I'm going to put down... Both of these cards are very good. I think Homunculon goes down.
Alright. Alright, so we keep drawing these effects, which aren't really the worst, but I kind of want more action and some creatures, so hopefully we can just draw into some gas. I will play Rusalka and go.
Alright, so we're not getting turn 2 beaten down. Our hand is getting there. As you can see, we've drawn into these two so far. Yeah, I'm just content to put some power on board early, I think. And given the progression of the hand, I'm not going to miss this Ambush Scorpion too much. I'm just going to summon a Kraken. Here you go.
Alright.
Kraken crashes with some pretty relevant things like Aqua Seneschal, Bad Apple, Turnip.
And looks like we're doing the old draw go.
Alright, so...
Not looking good, boys.
Alright, so we drew this because we're savages. I think we're going to put down... Yeah, Lyra is expendable right now. Mana tick for 4. So we take our only option, which is Ambush Scorpion. And pass.
On the draw and has better draws than me. Oh,
That's
jeez.
how it works.
Looks like it. Alright, so we got our colors online, and because of the board presence, we're just gonna... We will slam a Seneschal and pass the turn. Being one of the more lesser cards in this matchup, because he doesn't really run any removal outside of
Piercing.
Blind Beetle Prime and such.
It stops piercing, which is really good.
But it doesn't stop all the battle effects.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen Water Mana yet, which is something to consider.
This is true.
But I am topping into Oathsworn Call, which is an easy mana decision because I wanted to play this 3-drop anyway. Swordhorn. Here you go.
Oh, jeez.
Building up a pretty formidable board.
So we have cards in our hand that all do the different actions, but we really want to get up to these two cards. I don't know how really good this card will be, but because he doesn't know what it is, it seems pretty powerful. So this card doesn't seem all that good in this matchup. And we will Rusalka the big guy.
The big guy has been Rusalka.
And we will draw a card.
Drawing a card is good. No Savage Oathsworn Call yet, but I only run 2 and one of them is in mana, so that's understandable.
Alright, so he did not... Yeah, you're right. He didn't block, so that means he has Blinder Beetle Prime for us.
That is true.
The old 2-for-1.
It is quite good. Yeah, so Keeper of Laws is going to go down. Not relevant in this matchup too much, and we have a lot of good stuff in our hand now. Evolving a Prime, tapping that guy. I have to ram with this though, so...
It seems like a very little loss.
Here you go. It did float. It got its effect.
Yeah. Alright. I don't think we're getting here, boys. So I'm just going to play a Finbarr with no trigger and pass the turn.
Alright, I don't like Finbarr staying there because that leads to fast attacking and shenanigans. So, Manapod's going down, we're just going to Lyra it and kill it.
Seems right.
Here you go. And now we just have giant things on the board.
So is the second one that gets you.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a Warbringer Poseidon.
No, we're not that
We
good.
might get there. Alright, I'm going to put down... I don't think anything needs to really be put down with this hand. I like everything. I'm going to play these two this turn. So I'm just going to summon Swordhorn, Ambush Scorpion, and pass.
The old light nature Megabugs.
Of course, to be fair, I probably should have put this card down. Because I'm sort of oblivious to the situation my mana's in right now.
Alright, so Finbarr is going to die this turn. We know that for sure. due to the trigger on Blood Real Prime. So we'll just get in with Gilaflame for the draw. See if we can get out of this nonsense. And I will pass the turn.
Alright, draw. This is pretty awkward because I really want to play this card because it's obviously very good. But I'm going to put Seneschal down a mana, of course, not really needing that right now. And they probably want to just save these cards and go for this right now because it's just very good against Aqua Seneschal. I'm just going to Rusalka it. Seneschal, obviously.
No.
Come on. He's trying to savage me. Alright, I'm going to double break and tap the Finbarr.
Alright. We aren't that lucky, friends.
You gotta take into consideration his mana because he could just drop Warbringer and a bunch of guys and beat me. So I'm gonna kill the Finbarr and then just safely pass.
Alright, let's hope we get the nuts. And we do not. We have literally very little choices. But we're gonna get him with the saucy tech though.
The saucy tech? Oh no, it's pretty saucy.
I believe we can just return Blender Beetle Prime, even though you can just play it and evolve it next turn. And we will kill the Swordhorn with last turn.
Fair.
Seems very unfortunate since this is the aggro. Since this is almost the aggro matchup.
Yeah, we're just putting down a Hive Queen and tapping 8 to evolve another Hive Queen and Rain-Cloud Kraken. We can still be safe. I could lose to like one of the Tornado Flames, so I'm just going to attack Dendrite and get some more field presence. And summon a Swordhorn.
And this is where we scoop it
Yes.
up. You can't beat that card.
Oh, and I did have the other Oathsworn and shields. Just in case. To bring out nothing. That would have been quite disappointing. We only run 2 Oathsworns for the consistency, and then we finally get one and don't have any targets. See you for Game 3.
That variance.
Welcome back to Game 3. Segura continuously on the play.
So we won game. We will see. Alright, so...
Arguably the worst hand we've gotten so far, but still pretty good.
This is arguably one of the better hands we got in this whole game. We have a lot of options, we have all of our colors, so we can't really complain. I will get a red and say pass.
Draw a card. I'd say Oathsworn's a pretty obvious mana choice for now. There you go.
Ooh.
It's conceivable to keep this card against a control deck when you really want to turn 5 Lyra or Finbarr, but we can't think that far ahead against an aggressive strategy.
Alright, so we drew this guy. This guy seems really powerful after following up our turn 4, but I don't think it's that good right now. So, and he is our 1-of in the deck. So we can't also see that we're going to draw our other color. So we're just going to slam this and play an Aqua Trickster.
Alright. Draw a card. I think Walls is a fine mana choice, and we're just going to summon Manapod Beetle. Not big enough to deal with Trickster by itself, but at least, you know, if we crash, it's obviously a terrible exchange for Segura because we can just get more mana. So, still buying us a little bit of time.
We'll play a Turnip and play the old Seneschal. And we will...
Give me Oathsworn.
Well, it's only 1 in 40 chance.
It is. It is.
Alright, we don't want him to have a creature presence, so we don't mind if we get in there and he trades with us.
No Oathsworn. Okay, good. Alright, so we actually got pretty lucky, because this was our hand after the draw, but without the shield break. And we got this with the break, so thankfully he gave us a real play to do this turn.
That does not seem good.
It's very good. I might have just been in a really bad position if you hadn't done that. I want to keep this, I want to keep that. A lot of things I want to keep. I think I'm going to put down a Hive Queen. And summon a Swordhorn. And crash. And that puts us in a pretty good position. Here you go.
Thought it was Renegade for a moment, but I forgot we don't play that card apparently. So
You didn't think it was Renegade when you attacked, did you?
I did for a moment.
Oh my god.
No, we're gonna resolve that guy back.
That is a good play, though.
And get our value.
And we got it last. We got a piercing on the Seneschal, so that should, I don't know, mitigate some of this damage, because we're taking hits. Draw a card. Well, he sacked our range to a mana tick, so I can't complain. Laws again going down as a very good single sub mana. 3 for the tick. I'm gonna tap my mana for you two. Top 4. Hit some good stuff. So I'm gonna grab a Hive Queen as if he didn't already read that I had another one in my hand. Arrange my mana. And
Or another creature.
For
That's why he tapped his mana.
Manapod Beetle. Here we go.
Alright. Things are looking quite grim over here, boys. So we're just gonna play this guy and play more guys, and we will get in for shield.
Oh, he's trying to get in there, but I just keep getting piercing judgments. So we're gonna bounce Renegade and tap the Seneschal. And that puts us in an absolutely insane position.
Yeah. Because now we can slam down
Tick is coming down. Hive Queen is easy.
and he gets a free mana off.
Yeah, we're gonna attack Seneschal, get the top 3. We almost didn't get a hit, but we got Seneschal. And then Manapod can crash with Rusalka, get a mana. And it's your turn.
Alright. So I appreciate to get this card late game, but considering the board state, we have to play this guy, and hope that our Gilaflame will go the distance.
Gilaflame might actually go the distance, though. Unless I just get more Shield Blast now. That would be too much.
You're right.
Alright, so we're in a kind of precarious situation. We have this card, and it's a very good card, but we instant lose, pretty much, to, because there's only 2 Shield Blasts left in the deck that do anything. So we kind of instant lose to 2 fast attackers, and he already has 1 with no way to get rid of it, and I don't have a blocker in my hand. Oh, so no. The Renegade isn't really a problem. Gilaflame might get you there.
With no Krakens that I'm aware of, or any shenanigans involving Oathsworn Call.
Swordhorn's not really a thing. I'm gonna summon Humonculon, tapping the Renegade.
Making the Humonculon bigger, obviously.
That was actually a pretty bad play. Yep. I just realized giving you up to 7 mana will open you up to actually having Gilaflame and the...
And the Blitz.
Alright, so that being said, I think we have to go in with the Hive Queen and hopefully get a
Kraken.
Rain-Cloud Kraken. What's the top 3? Oh, thank God.
Oh, man.
So now we don't necessarily lose the double fast attacker. 1 Tornado Flame is gone. This is pretty tough. I do want the card. And it's on you.
This is a very unusual board state, mostly because Christian has 2 Piercing Judgments in the graveyard and a Aqua Seneschal for having 0 water mana.
These were from the shields.
Correct.
Should we just do this game over again?
No.
I think we have to. I just blatantly cheated you.
Do you have to have that?
Wait,
Play it?
wait. Oh, I got Seneschal off this, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's funny.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I thought you were being sarcastic.
Oh, no.
I could have very easily cheated Segura, apparently.
Alright, so based off our hand, I think we have to...
I also don't just get water mana. Like, where's all my water mana?
You're playing everything you
It's
need.
insane.
I'm into this. There is no Finbars or anything in this game, which is pretty good. We're going to play a Gilaflame, and we're going to bounce back his guy and get that last shield while having a body in play. These are all good things. Gilaf has his turn.
So now, unless we hit the Tornado Flame,
Uh-oh, he's being aggressive now.
I think I have to. Well, do I have to? Any fast attack top deck would win you the game, and I think that's a little bit more likely than me hitting the Tornado Flame. But I still have ways to sort of ensure that I don't necessarily lose.
I believe the play would have been to return back the Hive Queen and attack with the last shield. If he gets rid of Kraken, then it's permanently gone. So, anyway, we don't really die in the crack back unless you have. Let's see. You can get all of our shields if he plays Hive Queen and, again, off of the Vanitic, but then he wouldn't have the blocker. We would still need a bounce guy.
We're just gonna go for it. Swordhorn down, summon the Kraken, and evolve again. For a total of 8. for 2, top 3. Oh, we got the juice. Here's Rusalka. That's not necessarily good because I still lose if I get a shield blast hit. Irrelevant Seneschal.
And
We
they
got
got
it there. Off to game 4. Where hopefully I don't fool myself into thinking I cheated.
Nope. You didn't even need blue. You just played all your guys for free. And the shields. The 2 piercings really hindered us.
Yeah, that was insane. I probably would have lost if I didn't get those. To be fair.
Alright, we will shuffle up and go to game 4, as I will be on the play for that one. Yet again.
We are committed to having turn 2 plays.
Correct. I'm committed to finding Renegade's turn 2.
Maybe you should be on the draw finally so you actually draw it. That's the play, right?
And have you other creatures on the board and you guys aren't ahead of us?
Alright, I think we finally got a bad hand for going second. Take a look. We have this. Don't know how much it's going to do. I'm pretty sure I can just get beaten out by my opponent's versions of that card. So we'll see.
Alright, so this hand is probably the best one. I know I said that being in game 3, but
Yours are getting better and mine are getting worse.
yeah. So we do have the turn 2 Renegade, which is very important. And we have all the blue cards that we need. And we have like a lot of answers in like this guy. Even though he's probably going to be played in mana turn 1. Which you will.
He's a pretty hot tech card against other aggressive decks.
Yeah.
Like this one, but you don't want to start with it. Alright, so our hand didn't get better. But I think I want to keep that card. Shoo. Ugh. I'm just gonna... I don't know. If I keep that card, it might just all spiral out of control. For the sake of unlocking 2 civs, we're just gonna throw Humonculon down. You're good.
These are good things to see. And our hand just gets better. Alright, so now we have these 2 in our hand, which are really good, and just these guys to back it up. But we have to play at least a blue guy down. So I believe the blue guy to play would be this, so we have the perfect curve. And just hope we draw all solid colors, and that's the turn. Can we live the dream today?
Alright, so we got there with the 2-drop. It's just the worst one possible in the situation. No. That's not a 2-drop. Manapod.
Yeah, no, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, just gonna have to put down Finbarr and summon Manapod Beetle. Here we go.
2 good cards down in mana. And we got there.
Our hand is full of really good cards, they're just not good right now.
We got the single color, and we get to slam the skin.
See, I told you guys.
No Oathsworn Call.
No Oathsworn Call.
We'll pass the turn.
Also no Piercing Judgment. Alright, so our turn 3 play is looking pretty abysmal in comparison to what I'm facing. Anything we play for mana is probably fine. I think Lyra can go down and summon the Seneschal just a little bit late. And then we crash and get free mana. No, I'm kidding, here we go.
I almost thought it too. I'm like,
Good, but
I don't think that's how it works.
just putting all of our eggs in one very Rusalka little basket.
Alright, so we did not leave the dream. So we drew a multicolored guy. So I'm going to play my Dendrite, which would have pretty much ranched Christian at that point. But we will just play Rusalka to -1 this turn.
Which is fine.
And draw a card out of it.
Afraid that we get a blast. We're not getting there. We're just getting a lot of the end game of this deck.
We'll pass turn. Both these decks having very minimal shield blast and spells.
To be fair, like, this is not the worst thing we could have drawn. Still don't want to see Seneschal in my hand.
Manapod Beetle doing nothing.
It will, though. I have a Clutch Piercing, so I can return Seneschal. Do I want to return Seneschal? I don't even know. Well, Dendrite's gone. I think I have to return... Well, I don't want to even draw more cards, either. I'll just return Seneschal and tap Rusalka.
And trade for the mana.
For sure.
Seems right.
Here we go.
Alright.
So now if we get Oathsworn, we can still come back.
What Christian did not know is we have Blitz Commando.
Well, that's okay. It would have been fast attacker anyway.
So we will get it in there.
Yep.
And hope that there's no Oathsworn Call.
There is no Oathsworn Call.
We'll pass the turn.
And I think, based on my gigantic hand, that's me to being dead on board.
Yeah, we had another one.
Hey,
We
look,
had-
I have
we
all
had
3
the
Hive
Lyra.
Queens. Alright, so we're off to a clutch game 5.
Alright. Alright, boys. On the draw.
And we are on the play, and I think our hand is okay. Oh, God. Even I really want to keep this card. And this card. But I want this card more.
Your hand sounds saucy already. I'm not into this. We need the nuts again.
Alright, so Lyra down. Here you go.
Alright, so... This hand seems very basic, and we finally get this turn 2 card that we always wanted. This card usually wins the game in a lot of matchups, so we're gonna hope that it fares well right here. So, and we have a lot of our corrupted guys, so we will play a Bad Apple and pass turn.
I'm drawing a card. Very happy with that draw. I'm just really happy all around. But I don't even know how I want this to go yet, so I'm just gonna put down Ambush for a Kraken. Served well in the past. Here you go.
It has worked out in the past before.
I'm a fan of moderate amount of blockers in bug decks, especially when it allows you to go into Prime.
Alright, so this is probably one of our bigger plays because we will cast a Sprout.
Oh, the first time!
And
match, actually.
And we're on the draw, so we still have more cards than Christian.
Yeah, we might actually just lose to good corrupted 4-drops. I'm not sure. Yeah.
All the cards that we just never traverse in. And we have our colors unlocked. So we may actually build something. We may build some corrupted engine online.
We chopped into the Finbarr. Okay with that, just on the Seneschal pass. Got decent options here, depending on what we draw, if we're able to use them.
Alright, so we're going to play the relevant guy in our hand, and play the bigger Seneschal pass turn.
He's incredibly relevant. Alright, so we drew into a monocolored. So we're just going to Rusalka and hope for the best. Get our Seneschal triggers first. Draw a card. Here you go.
Alright, so that,
Lord, give me a Blinder Beetle Prime.
that Rusalka did hurt us a lot, because we needed to draw some cards and play a lot of action. So now we're back to where we started. If he does have the Blinder Beetle Prime, there is zero way of stopping that. And
Not yet, but boy, that would be great.
So, we will play the Seneschal, and play a Trickster, and a Turnip, and pass the turn.
Drawing a card. The bad player in me really wants to put this down and summon a bunch of guys. The good player in me wants to not do that. I think that's who we're going to listen to, just for the sake of trying to look good on camera. Putting down Swordhorn, unfortunately, I really like that guy. Type 2 for Ember Scorpion. We want another shield? Of course we do.
Why not?
Drawing a card.
You're obviously the aggro deck right now.
Yep. I don't know if I want the shield with Rusalka though.
I guess being on the play is relevant here.
You can go.
Alright.
Didn't want to get completely blown out by Rusalka. I mean, Finbarr. Finbarr would hurt.
Right.
And now at least he'd have to take some shields, and that wouldn't be the worst.
Right, so he has 3 attackers to our only 1 relevant creature to play. We don't have the best of hands, so I guess the best thing we can hope to do is play these 2 and just hope that Christian gets destroyed by what we do.
As always, the hope.
We will put this guy down. Play that, and play this. Then we will attempt to get in there.
We don't actually have Blinder Beetle Prime in our hand. So I think that's a fine thing to let go. Just block and force the turn to kill our guy.
So it's a pretty safe thing that he does not have that, so we're still gonna get in there with our turnip.
It's fine.
Then that means that he has the Hive Queen to get rid of this guy.
That is true.
We will pass the turn.
And also a monocolored mana, of course. Putting down Rusalka. Let's just get another one off the trigger effects.
We were gonna fall for an evolution either way, so.
Attacking Turnip.
Alright.
Top 3. Ooh, that's pretty saucy.
Oh no.
Tapping a Trickster and making Rusalka pretty huge. And I'll kill it.
I thought you were gonna make the Hive Queen bigger, man.
Oh, of course. Here you go.
Alright.
And that was a pretty huge swing in momentum.
So.
As a Trickster. It can bump with Rusalka now.
Our hand is questionable. It is not the greatest, but we need to stop a lot of Christian's actions. So we will play this card, and we will return. Well, we're obviously going to play Rusalka. If we return Hive Queen, he's obviously going to play it again, and we just go for game, I believe. If we
or close.
Right. If we get Humonculon, he's just going to play it again, kill our Rusalka on the crack pack, and Hive Queen will get him another creature, which we do not want.
This is the current hand, by the way. Not bad.
And we're obviously going to slam this down. But, we will return the Rusalka. So maybe we can play it next turn. And we will just go in for shields over the best. And we lose last turn.
Hey, we drew an Oathsworn Call. That's one that's not in shields.
That's a little too late.
Slightly the wrong place. We just have a lot of good stuff in our hand. You have one in hand?
I have one card in hand. Considering you don't play Mesmerize, you should know what it is.
So I think we're okay with just summoning another Giant Warbringer, tapping the Rusalka. Hive Queen coming with the Blitz Commando, getting more cards. There's going to be another Homunculon just because it's huge. Attacking the Trickster. And Rusalka's tapped down, and I don't think there's a way we can lose. Here you go. Yeah, both Tornado Flames are just gone.
Alright, so we kind of know that what Christian has going on, and the best thing we can do is play Warbringer Poseidon and scoop it up.
That card is actually amazing, though. Just because it doesn't do anything in this matchup,
Correct.
in general, it's actually insane.
Right, and against the pile, and in the Klima matchups, and even the Dragon matchup.
So we know against no blast I can just attack for me. And that was game 5. And I had a Piercing Judgment, so exciting stuff. So, I guess we're going to give our final thoughts on the matchup now. Alright, so we're back, and we have the deck lists for the 2 decks we used. They maybe are in the description. If not, then you can get the gist of them here, organized by curve.
Well, how I see it, I think the matchup mostly goes to you, because you have cards like Homunculon and a lot more battle triggers than I do. My guys mostly just try to rely on Blitz Commando to get a lot of mana, and try to slam down Warbringer so we don't lose.
Yeah, Warbringer's great against the control matchups. Like, Kalima has, like, literally no way to get rid of it.
Especially Pile.
Yeah, Pile, Kalima, like, you just get in there with Warbringer and it's almost insurmountable, but, like, it's a little too late in this matchup. And the fact that I run, like, level 5 cards and Rusalka to get rid of, like, to get by the Seneschal's effect. Which is also,
time.
Yeah, Seneschal's probably the most devastating card to play against if you don't have any S's in your deck, and a lot of decks just aren't prepared for it.
Right, so a lot of dead cards in this matchup for me are probably Bad Apple. We don't really want to see it. It's a nice filter, but I don't think it's really the best. Our tech cards that aren't really 3-ofs are the 2 Tornado Flames for removals, and it's a Shield Blast, but the main important thing is it hits Finbarr, which is really important in this meta. And Emperor Dendrite just gets a lot of people off guard, and it's a double breaker, so that's why we also play the Seneschal. So if we do have even a Seneschal, Choten Lieutenant, or just Aqua Seneschal, we can just evolve it. It's nice for our curve, and we get in for 2 shields.
I don't think we necessarily have dead cards in my deck. Laws is, like, alright. Well, that's mana up a lot of time, but that's because there's a lot of, like, even better cards. Seneschal is probably the weakest, but, like, at the very least, you run a lot of 1,000, 2,000 guys, so Seneschal has utility, and with Homunculon, it's just a +2.
Right.
+2, I swear.
Even Ambush Scorpion can at least, like, kill my guys, so, like...
Yeah, I was fine having Ambush because, like, if you had, like, Blitz Commando, Trickster, whatever, it just gets over there. 7 2-drops, I think we lost the game. One game I didn't actually draw a 2-drop on turn 2 was the one game that was, like, pretty hard to come back from, so I think it might be necessary, especially if you're going second.
And we have, like, the nuts curve.
Yeah, for sure.
I like Gorim a lot. He is our, I guess, Battle Mage for our colors, and he lets us attack Keeper of Laws, which is really relevant because it's a Hexproof guy, and it also lets us hit bigger guys with our quote-unquote little guys, since we don't have TNA Quartz or the Essence Shade to make our guys bigger.
Is there anything you'd specifically add to make the deck a little bit better against other tempo-aggressive strategies or something like that? More Shield Blasts? Or probably not, because they just take up a lot of space.
I think Scalding Surge, I believe, is the card's name. It is
the dual Segura.
Right. Yeah, that's what we don't want right
You could run like a Third Flame, maybe Root Traps, or Overcharge even. Like, Overcharge is not awful. It still doesn't help you really much against the Swordhorn, but against these guys.
Yeah, that's why we rely on our Rusalka and Finbarr abilities.
Yeah,
Usually
sure.
when, like, if we ever get into Warbringer Poseidon mana, like, we're either winning the game on that turn, or it's really neck and neck, which rarely happens. So, I think I think both decks are pretty cool. Red Corrupted is more of the more optimal list for Corrupteds right now, but it's a tier 2 deck mostly because it burns out really easily if you have like a very sluggish start, and having Sprout opening hand is just a really relevant thing, so you can go up to this guy turn 3.
Yeah, turn 3 Seneschal is just, I mean, that Seneschal is just, well, either of them are really hard to deal with, but this one, especially against Control, is just pretty much game over. I lost to that earlier today at Locals, actually. But definitely two lists to watch out for in the coming months for KMCs and for the upcoming Standard format. I think Corrupt is definitely a tier 1 choice looking ahead. And Bugs obviously doesn't really lose much. You still have Hive Queen and Finbarr. I think this deck only really loses like random support cards. Maybe these guys can be replaced, and Lyra.
Lyra can just be like another one of these.
Yeah, you could focus more on the Enforcers too, which we've seen in other Enforcer tempos, but Hive Queen is just too good sometimes. That's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed. Anything else to say? I think we're good.
Yep.
Alright.
Be sure to leave a comment down below, like anything that you want to see in the future, like any matchups or like any other strategies you want to see. Just click on the link description down below. We will also post a list down below if you haven't seen, if you can't see our list very well.
Alright, so Segura's signing up for work, so I guess I'll get to typing. Make sure you check out all the articles on Ultra Reality Games, obviously, for Kaijudo. Got myself and 4 of the writers. Check out my YouTube channel too. We might have some more of these up on there. Would probably stick to here if you all like them.
I mean, like if you want to catch up with us, be sure to like add us on Facebook. Like we'll try to interact with you and stuff, and follow us on Twitter.
We are not hexproof. We interact. Alright, so leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, guys. Peach.